Hello. Today is April 4th, my 4th.
Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we'll be reacting to a video where a woman, it was her 14th year anniversary, and the husband didn't speak to her the whole day. So I put the stitches together where people reacted to it, and I'll be back to share my experience.
Hello. Today is April 4th, my 14th wedding anniversary. It's about nearly 10:30 at night, and my husband hasn't spoken to me all day. All day. He's come home, hasn't said hello to me, hasn't said a word to me. He's ignored me. On our 14th wedding anniversary. And he's doing it because he came into some money. I didn't ask for any of it, except to not have to spend what little I have. And because I asked about it, this man has ignored me all day. All day. All day. It's our 14th wedding anniversary. I've been here at home all day. I called him even earlier today to let him know about the painters arriving. And even then, his response to me was, "What?" This is my life.
Honey, leave that man. You have said more than once, this is my life. And that's like key phrasing. This is your one and only life. You cannot waste it being treated like that. There's no excuse for being ignored. There's no excuse for being treated like shit with someone that you stood before God and made vows with. Like, he's dishonoring that. And you have every right to walk away from it, especially if that's what's been going on for 14 years. That's enough punishment. You could do so much better on your own. Trust me, there's just like men love peace, so do we. Spend time with your kids, your grandkids, whatever. I don't know what your situation is. Travel the world, learn a new hobby, but don't stay in this. Please, trust me, don't.
Queen, you don't deserve silence on a day that should be filled with love. I see your pain and it's valid. Your heart showed up expecting connection, and instead it met a wall. That hurts, but let me remind you, your worth isn't tied to how someone else shows up or doesn't. You are lovable, valuable, and worthy of being celebrated every single day, but especially on your anniversary. So cry if you need to, feel it all, but don't let this define you. You're not invisible. You're not forgotten. You are not alone.
Imagine it's your 14-year wedding anniversary and your husband does not say a peep to you. He quite frankly fucking ignores you. And the reason why he is ignoring you is because he came into some money and you are not asking him for some money, but you are asking him to put some of that money towards y'all expenses so that you who make less money than him wouldn't have to tap into the little bit that you have. And he's pissed off about that. So on your 14-year wedding anniversary, he is giving you the silent treatment in y'all home. I came across that video earlier today, and it's a older black lady, and she's like, today's my 14-year anniversary and my husband won't talk to me. So basically what I said, so But she said he's basically been treating her like shit for 14 years. For 14 years? For 14 years? And you still bitching about it? You like it. I'm sorry. You like it. You like it. I've come to, after seeing some people in a toxic situation, I've come to realize some people enjoy the toxic. Because no matter the amount of people that's in her comments telling her that's not okay, telling her that she deserved better, and telling her to leave him and blah 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 blah, she's not going to. I hate to say that. I hate to say that. And I think sometimes the further people get into those toxic situations, the more they feel like they have to stay. Right? They feel like, I've already been in this marriage for 10 years. Like I'll tell anybody, right? And people are like, y'all get too comfortable telling people to leave their marriages. You've been miserable for 14 years. 14 years of fucking misery. Like, imagine allowing someone, time is something you can never get back. You can never get back. And I hate to have to fall onto the misogyny side of this discussion. But if you are a woman who desires to remarry, we know the value your youth has. So why would you waste your youth on a man that makes you miserable? Like, she literally looks like, I don't know how old she is, but I guarantee you she's a lot younger than she actually looks, because that man has been sucking the life out of her. I respect women that be like, oh, this is my 5th marriage. You damn right. Hell yeah. You're not happy, go get another one. And that don't work, go get another one. And if that one don't work, go get another one. If your goal is to be with someone, and I'm not saying like don't take time for yourself. Of course, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. But everybody's not me. But if your goal is to be married and to be with a man, don't let a man suck the youth out of you, because we know that men value youth. Not to say that all men are looking, whatever. Men value youth. So stop wasting your good years being fucking miserable and go find someone that's going to make you happy. That old saying of if he won't, someone will, is very fucking true. It is so true. You're already unhappy. Like, and even if you don't find someone, like, do you really think you'd be even more unhappy by yourself? No, really. If you left, do you think that you would be more unhappy by yourself than you already are on your fucking wedding anniversary crying? That don't sound horrible to y'all? Y'all don't be tired of being sad? I really hate that it's so hard for some women to walk away.
Spoken to me.
If you go back and look at the video, on the day of her 14th marriage anniversary, her husband hasn't said anything to her all day, and it's 10:30 at night. They apparently had a disagreement about some money, which led to this situation. Now, I love marriage. I love love. It's a beautiful thing. But I will say, for it to get to this point where you guys celebrated 14 years of marriage and he hasn't recognized it at all the whole day, I can honestly say there are some underlying issues going on with this. A person doesn't flip overnight. It has to be constant stuff we ignore throughout the time. I'm just speaking facts.
That's a video, guys. I'm just here also to share my 2 cents, like what I think about today's video. Okay, 14 years of marriage, not even a word from your husbands, and you know how heartbreaking is. That's not just silence, that's loud neglect. Imagine waking up on such a special day expecting Maybe a sweet gesture, a little note, a hug, or even just a happy anniversary. And getting absolutely nothing, it's painful. And what makes it worse is that the silence speaks volume. It says, I don't care. It says, they doesn't matter to me anymore. And for someone who is invested over a decade into a relationship, that kind of emotional rejection cuts so deep. A wedding anniversary is not just another day, it's a checkpoint, a time to reflect, to celebrate, to appreciate each other. So when one person totally dismisses it, it can feel like they're dismissing the entire relationship. It's not about the gifts or the grand gesture, it's about the acknowledgement. You made it through life together for 14 years. That's not a small thing. And when the person you have stood by through everything doesn't even have the decency to say a few kind words, it makes you question your worth in this relationship. I honestly feel for this woman. I know so many women out there have been in her shoes, giving their all, showing up every day, being the emotional anchor of the household, only to be meant with coldness, a silent when it really matters. And the worst part, society still tells her to be patient, to understand that men are not emotional. No, at some point, it stops being about patience and start becoming about self-respect. Everyone deserves to feel valued, especially by the person they share their lifetime with. Let's also talk about the emotional labor she's probably been carrying, okay, for years, because a man who forgets or ignores a 14 years anniversary didn't just start being emotional available overnight. That kind of behavior builds up slowly. She probably spent years brushing things off, making excuses for him, telling herself next year will be different, but it's not. Because silence, especially on a day like this, becomes a pattern, a way to avoid connection, avoid responsibility, avoid vulnerability. What makes this so heartbreaking is that she likely still hoped he'll say something. That little spark of hope women hold on. It's both beautiful and tragic. She might have tried to hit, smiled at him that morning, maybe even dressed up or made plans, hoping you catch on, but nope, nothing, not a wait. That silence can echo in a woman's heart louder than any argument. And what often leads to loneliness, a very specific kind of loneliness that comes from being with someone who's physically present but emotionally absent. Now let's take a step back and ask why? Why would a man do this? Is it resentment? Is he emotionally checked out? Is he punishing her for something? Or is he just so self-centered he doesn't even realize the damage he's causing? None of these are good excuses. A mature loving partner communicates. They don't ghost their spouse on their anniversary. If there's a problem, it shouldn't have been brought to the table long before this day. But using silence as a weapon or even ways as an escape is very cruel. I know some people may say maybe he just forgot. Let's be real. You don't forget a 14th anniversary. And even if you did, when you see your partner trying to show up, being present, you acknowledge it, you apologize, you make up for it. But this man choose not to speak, choose not to acknowledge. That's intentional act. For the woman in this situation, I just want to say you're not crazy. You're not asking for too much. Wanting to be seen, heard, and appreciated is not high maintenance. It's basic. And if he's been doing this kind of thing for years, please know that you deserve more. You deserve someone who celebrates you not just on anniversaries, but every day. Someone who speaks to you not just with words, but with presence, attention, affection. If this story hits home for anyone watching, take it as a sign. Don't keep shrinking your needs to fit into someone else's emotion and availability. Don't keep hoping they'll change while you are the only one doing the work. Love shouldn't feel like waiting in silence. You're allowed to ask for more, and if they can't give you, you're allowed to walk away in peace. To the husbands out there, please hear this. Your silence is not neutral. It has weight, it has consequences. If you're going through something, speak. If you're hurt or distant, communicate, because one day your wife may stop waiting for that happy anniversary and start planning her exit instead. By then it might be too late for you. So please, let's be real, okay? This is so touching. Like I literally put myself in this woman's shoes and think like my husband didn't wish me a happy anniversary. Okay, for me, that is too much. Okay, this is just a bare minimum you're supposed to do. Like, I'm not even asking for too much. You wake up, give me a kiss, and just say happy anniversary, or we just tell each other happy anniversary. If we have plans just for a date in the night, I dress up and we go for a date. It means a lot. You can plan something together, or maybe you surprise me or anything. Okay, this is not just too much. This is just one day I'm asking for you. Okay, so like men think that women maybe they don't deserve more or what. Please, you deserve to be treated special. You need to feel special. You need to feel seen. Okay, so if you feel like this type of relationship is too much, please, if it's okay with you, walk away. Okay, start your life, or be in a relationship where you feel seen. This is very important. So, to men out there, please work on your relationship. I know men don't like speaking, men don't like whatsoever, but please, it's time to start being vulnerable. You can speak about your problems, tell your wife before, like, I'm going through this, or maybe we don't have enough money, so we're going just to do something small for our anniversary, but you can plan your anniversary before. Okay, even if you have money problem, but it's a big day. You know that in maybe in June it's coming. For mine, it's coming in July on the 16th. Yeah, you can plan for that in advance. Okay, so it's not asking for too much. Like, we're just being human. Like, you need to be treated special. 14 years is not a joke in marriage. You guys have been coming for a long way, and you've checked out. You're not telling the other person. You just want to treat her. I don't know, because the only thing I know that men treat women like that if they have anyone. Okay, so maybe this man is seeing another person, because men usually change if they find another woman. This is what I've observed. Like, if I find anyone like who's keeping them busy, who's giving them what they want at this point, you're not going to be seen as a wife. Even if you speak anything, they're not going to hear it out. Okay, so if someone is treating you like that, if they know that they found someone or something better than you, it's better they tell you, so that you walk away. Even if you don't have to wait for him, you can just check out. Okay, and then when a woman check out, they don't look back. It's very difficult for convince her to come back, because you've lost this woman. Okay,